This content is brought to you in association with my buddies over at JamJamCardsUK. You can find the links to the eBay store and the Facebook page in the description. Hi guys, it's Joe here from Rufioh. We got Cupoli back on the channel representing the team.
Oh.
What's up?
I've got it on.
He's got it on.
Don't give me that shit.
Yeah, I can't say much. I'm sat with a band t-shirt on instead. So yeah, you got first place in the OTS Championship. Got that nice matte swag, even rarer than the regional mats, so even better.
Oh, I prefer this. I like that, the OTS logo.
It is nice, isn't it? Something crisp. I think it fits well with the little circly bit going on.
Yeah,
there.
it takes up less space than the regional ones as well. So.
Yeah, it looks crisp.
No, it's fine.
So, tell us, what did you play and how did it go in general?
Base, kitchen sink, whatever you want to call it. Played 60 card, absolute pile of cards.
Undefeated?
Undefeated in Swiss. Only lost 2 actual games in Swiss.
Yeah.
Pretty much 2-0'd everybody.
And then there was a winner box additionally for the top 8.
Yes.
Unrelated to the event, but just as like additional prizing, and you came second in that.
Yeah, I lost in the final. First time in 9 rounds I brick.
You'll take those.
And I was just like, just couldn't play, but it happens.
But 1 in 9.
Yeah, 1 in 9, that's fine. Like, I'll happily go 8-1 at a YCS.
Yeah, literally. Day 2, here we go.
I'll take that, do you know what I mean? So, nah, it was good enough.
Okay, fair enough. Before we do get stuck in on the mention of JamJamCardsUK, check out the link in the description. Use the code Rufioh15 for 15% off. And of course, if you made it this far to the video and you haven't switched off already and been fed up with me already, you should probably hit subscribe before you realise how fucking garbage my content is. Okay, take us away when you're ready.
Yep, so we'll start with the hand traps and going second cards. So we play 3 Ash, pretty standard, 3 Ogre, standard for this sort of deck, 2 Bell. Not really sure how I felt on Bell. It's good to see, but it's not the best hand traps.
Yeah.
Don't play this, I don't know why I played this. We had a theory session and it was okay because a lot of decks link, but you should not. I never saw it once, and I don't know. I saw it once and it was useless because it was a deck against a deck that doesn't link.
Oh, okay.
So it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be playing it, but we tried it. 2 Nib, cards pretty good. Would help if I drew it.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. And then the 1 Lancia and the 1 Scythe hand trap. But again, fairly self-explanatory. Then go second cards, sorry, we'll chuck all by into the hand traps because why not? And go second cards. We played 3 talents. Pretty good, apart from in the final where it drew me Mare and Apprentice Illusion, which I'll get to in a minute. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Nobody really stopped me much today, which might be why I went so easy. there was probably 3 or 4 games where I had this in hand and they just didn't do anything. So if they did stop me, it would have been broken, but it never really happened. So, yeah. 3 droplets, pretty good. It is what it is. In top 8 or round 5 or something like that. I droplets discarding like Snow and Enchantress to negate like a Baron and a Beatrice or something like that, I think it was, and just went absolutely ham. It card's crazy.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on to actual engine-ish sort of stuff. So the 3 Vishuda, pretty good as long as you don't open multiple of them, especially when you don't have any tuners in your hand. It can kind of shit, but it is what it is. Then there's the Rose Dragon engine, 3 Rose, 1 Rocks, 1 Shoot, fairly self-explanatory. Then we'll go on to the Illusion stuff. Played the 2 Illusion and the 1 Prep to go with it. Fairly standard, I think. I think some lists play 2 Prep, but 1 seemed fine. I didn't really need to search it any more than that. So the 3 Souls.
Card's good.
Because apparently Pot of Greed isn't banned now, so it is what it is. And then we also played the 1 Apprentice Illusion.
Yep.
Which is not something I've seen anywhere else.
Nope.
It seems somewhat random, but the theory behind it is A, if you open a Souls, you can search this off of Illusion instead, which then becomes a second extender.
Yeah.
and then obviously you can discard it just to special summon itself. You can also use it if in niche scenarios you can use it, say, bump up a dark to help beat over something.
Yeah.
And apparently this also has some hidden text that whenever you draw this, it is also paired with Fairy Tale Snow.
You get the two.
I saw the two together so many times. Like, I think every time I drew one of them, the other was in the hand. It's just as simple as that. So like, cool, that's fine by me.
Take that.
Yeah. Then we move on to the Brave stuff. 3 right, 2 Fateful, and Drake back. There's no point explaining this, it's all pretty standard by now. With the 3 Enchantress and the 2 Griffin.
2 chickens.
It's just so cracked.
So silly.
It protects the Hulk to get you the Rose, then it turns itself into another negate, and it facilitates the deck so much. It's really unfair, to be perfectly honest. So, and then we have the 2 Fusion Destinies with the 2 bricks.
How often did you open them?
More than I'd like to admit, to be honest.
In a 60-card deck.
Yeah, like these two along with the friggin' Mare was just, it was painful.
One in every 20 cards, which means you're opening it every game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure the fact that this is, well, I would say because this is a super, I open it more, but this is a common, I open that just as much. So there's that argument out the window.
Yeah.
There you go. And then we played a Plague, because we're not playing the Auroradon stuff in this version of the deck. That's probably going to change, because especially like in the final, if I was playing the 001 Auroradon package, I'd have been able to put up a little bit more of a field. But obviously it also means that I can't dag the DPE.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's, you have to kind of pick between one or the two.
Yeah.
But I think having it as a backup for when you can't make that play otherwise is probably correct. So I'm fairly sure it's going to be going back in, but I have to do a bit more testing in theory on it, and we'll see.
Yep.
Then the Wonder Strudo, used it once. Literally it. And that was only because I got hand trapped 3 times and I had to foolish it so I could combo.
Yep.
So, but again, it's just another one of them generic extenders that's pretty good. And then talking of generic extenders that are pretty good, Foolish, Reborn, and the 3 E-Tellers.
Yep. And you cut the Punk package, right? You were playing the Punk before, just a quick touch on that?
In the 60 card, I wasn't. When I was playing PK, I originally had the Punk engine.
Oh, sure.
And then I ended up cutting it from PK as well, because it was just, like, again, it's one of the things that's good in theory, but, like, you don't want to draw any of them.
Yeah.
Like, even if you draw the Foxy, I'm like, it's cool. Like, especially like because of the Brave engine. If you draw the Foxy with the Brave engine, it then doesn't really become an extender, because then you have to normal summon something. It's just not
good enough.
No. Plus, like, if you go into game 3 with like 15 minutes or less on time, you kind of have to side them out, otherwise you're just going to lose on life.
Yep.
So
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's the question. Saw the E-Tellies, and I know people are playing that package, but
yeah, I think it has a place in certain decks. I just don't think this is the one. No.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
We'll move on to the extra. It's just some tokens. We played the Link Spider. Comes up as part of the standard combo.
Yeah.
It just helps you make Dagda with the Mare. Hulk, Anaconda, Dark, Dagda, Unicorn, and Access. I don't really think I need to explain any of these. It's all pretty generic. The DPE, the card that says you can't get dropleted.
Yeah.
Like,
Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, because I think it was the last round of Swiss. I set up full field, and I get playing against PK. And he activates droplet. I'm like, this is fine. And then he tries to discard a monster, not realizing. So it's like, you can't do that because of Herald.
Yeah.
He's like, reads Herald, and it's like, oh, okay. And then just insta scoops.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool.
That's that then.
Yeah. Cupid Pitch, actually never summoned it. Like, I can see scenarios where it's good and it is needed, but obviously because we're not playing the creation in this version of the deck either, it's literally just a bit of burn and can help make another card that I didn't make all day, which is the Savage.
Yep.
I never summoned it. We play the TCG Wonder Magician, because of them versions where you are on a weaker board and you end up leaving the Hal Cup, you can take it out into this. And obviously you play the Riser as well, so you've got multiple things you can do with it.
Yep.
Obviously there's also combos where you make Riser in your own turn and send snow and whatever. But we kind of had the space, especially not after cutting the Auroradon, and it just seemed like pretty good. Again, you pop Fateful with it as well, so there's lots of niche scenarios where it can be good. Obviously you only ever summon it off of Halp, and then the Yazi and the Baron, again, I need to explain. Broken cards.
Start where they are, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We'll move on to the side. Played 3 Gammas with the Driver. Apparently, it's just really good.
Yeah.
Like, I did see it probably more than I should have. Like, I always saw this. I drew the Driver twice, I think. I drew the Gamma like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And it just ends people's turns. So then back for removal, we played the 1 Duster, the 3 Cosmic, and the 1 Reboot. Obviously Cosmics are good for stuff against like Prank Kids and obviously stopping getting Scythe. I didn't play against any Eldritch or anything that's heavy in back row, so I didn't really put it in much. But you need to be able to stop it. So and then for going first, 3 Judgments and 3 Imperial Orders.
Imperial Order. Yes, indeed.
Like,
they thought Imperial Order was gone.
Exactly.
It's the same card.
It really is. It's just like being able to full combo and having literally either one of these as backup. Like you can't lose the game.
Yeah.
So and obviously because you
Where's
have
your opponent's drawing Exodia?
Yeah. Like you have so many go second cards in the main. When you go first, it's really easy to put 6 in. So, yeah, that's the profile.
Okay, awesome. Okay, firstly, thank you very much for taking time to do the profile. Really appreciate it. And, of course, congratulations on the top.
Thank you very much.
Anything you would change in the deck?
Yeah, there's a few things that I mentioned I was going through there, like things like the Phantasmes I thought were awful.
Yeah.
The 001 will probably be going back in, but not confirmed. And yeah, there's just little things like hand trap choices I think could perhaps change depending on the format. But overall, obviously, most of the deck is engine cards anyway.
Yeah.
So obviously, a lot of that can't change. So, but no, overall, I was pretty happy with it. Obviously, a couple of bricks in the final, but one match out of 9 rounds, I'll take it.
It's pretty good.
Like, part of it was down to deck building. Obviously, I was drawing cards that probably shouldn't have been in the deck anyway. But
yeah.
After we learn, we move on, we play better cards.
Yeah,
simple as that really.
yes,
so
indeed.
You're making better call. It doesn't always work. But then again, I did play DDD in the final, so
weren't expecting that.
exactly. The important part it worked for. I got the XO in Swiss, got the mat. That's
all that matters.
That's what we're here for. So
yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, well, obviously, congratulations on winning the event. Any shout-outs before we go?
The obvious one to JamJamCardsUK,
yes,
as we all know. Shout out to Manascrew for the locals. It's an insane locals.
It is
like
ridiculous.
We get minimum 30-35 players every week. Like I would say the player quality for a locals especially is pretty high.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of the names that are in the local area that are popping up top in regionals. A lot of them are all here.
Yeah.
So it's a very competitive locals. So it keeps everybody sharp, and obviously you get the benefits from it. And
then we play people at regionals, and most of them you realise how bad they are.
Yeah.
Because we're kept so sharp.
Or the typical, we end up just playing against each other at regionals, and we all knock each other out anyway. So
that's usually what happens.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thanks again for taking time to the profile. Really appreciate it.
No
again,
problem.
once again, congratulations on the win, guys. If you haven't already, you should most definitely hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.